Today, we take you back over 1400 years to a time when the world was dark with injustice, divided by tribe, color, and wealth. And then came a light that shone from the heart of the prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. A light that united the poor and the rich, the Arab and the non-Arab, and built a bond that no sword or power could ever break. The bond of brotherhood. So before we begin this soul-touching story, if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. Because every story we tell brings you closer to the mercy, the love, and the truth of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The arrival in Medina. After years of struggle, torture, and loneliness in Mecca, Allah commanded the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, to migrate. The journey was long and filled with danger. The enemies of Islam searched every mountain, every cave, every road to capture him. But Allah protected his messenger. At last, when the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, reached Medina, the people of the city came out in joy, chanting, Tala al-Badru Elena, the full moon has risen upon us. Men, women, and children filled the streets. They smiled, they cried, they shouted with love, because the most beloved man on earth had entered their city. But behind this joy was a painful reality. The Muslims who migrated from Mecca, the Muhajirin, had left everything behind. Their homes were taken, their businesses stolen, their families divided. They came to Medina with nothing but faith in their hearts. The Prophet's vision of unity. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, looked at his companions. Some hungry, some barefoot, but all glowing with iman. He knew they needed more than food or shelter. They needed love, family, and belonging. So, under divine inspiration, he created something the world had never seen before. A system of brotherhood, known as Mu'aka. It was not a treaty, not a political alliance, but a deep, spiritual connection between hearts. He gathered the Muhajirin and Ansar in the mosque, and one by one, he declared 2 men brothers. One from Mecca, one from Medina. There were tears in their eyes as they embraced each other. It was the birth of the first Muslim community, a family stronger than blood, united by faith. The story of Esaid and Abdurrahman. Among these pairs was one that became legendary. Sa'd ibn Arabi, a nobleman of Medina, was paired with Abdurrahman ibn Awf, a respected businessman from Mecca. Sa'd held Abdurrahman's hand and said with warmth and honesty, "My brother, I am one of the wealthiest among the Ansar. Half of all I own is yours. My property, my wealth, my land. I even have 2 wives. Look at them and choose the one you wish to marry, and I will part from her so that you may marry her." Just imagine, my friend, this was not a relative, not an old friend, just a man he met through the Prophet. Yet the love was so pure, the sincerity so deep, that he was ready to share half of everything he owned. But Abdurrahman ibn Awf, may Allah be pleased with him, smiled and replied gently, "May Allah bless you in your wealth and your family, my brother. Just show me the way to the market." He didn't ask for charity. He didn't take advantage of kindness. He wanted to earn his own living with dignity and trust in Allah. And soon, with his hard work and honesty, he began trading, and Allah blessed him with abundance. But even when he became rich, he never forgot his humble beginning or the brotherhood he was part of. The life in Medina. That bond between the Muhajirin and Ansar became the foundation of Islamic society. The Ansar opened their homes. They shared their food, their clothes, even their hearts. When one of them would cook a meal, he would send half to his Muhajir brother. When one earned money, he would secretly give some to his brother in need. And the Muhajirin, though they had lost everything, worked hard, traded, farmed, and helped the Ansar in every way they could. It was a city of light, a city where the poor and rich sat together, where black and white prayed side by side, where love replaced pride, and faith replaced fear. This was the Medina built by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, a model of justice, unity, and compassion that the world had never seen. The Prophet's words of love. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "None of you truly believes until he loves for his brother what he loves for himself." And he also said, "The believers are like one body. When one part feels pain, the whole body suffers." These weren't just words. He lived them. He saw his people not as tribes or ranks, but as one family under the light of Islam. The message for us. This story teaches us something we all need today. That brotherhood is not built on blood or status, but on faith, sincerity, and love for Allah. When we help one another, when we give without pride, and love without condition, then we carry the true spirit of Medina in our hearts. The world today is full of divisions, but if we live like the Ansar and Muhajirin, the light of the Prophet's example will shine again. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Spread this message of love and unity to the world, because every story from the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is not just history, it's a lesson for today. May Allah make our hearts like the hearts of the people of Medina, filled with kindness, faith, and generosity. See you in the next video with another beautiful and true story from the blessed life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, the light of guidance, the mercy to all creation, and the teacher of brotherhood.